Hello everyone and welcome back to another Train Sim World 2 scenario video. Today we are completing new to the area, which is the actually first scenario on the Hamburg to Lübeck route. Welcome to Hamburg Hauptbahnhof, please await the arrival of your train. Here it comes now. I can hear another one, I swear. It's a 2 no. Sounds really loud. I'm guessing this is probably R1 here. Look at that, lovely. So this is a run up to Lübeck, I believe. So basically just a service. Awesome. I really do love this route. I mean, look at this station here. If we go up on here, look at that. I mean, that is just amazing. Philips. They do like TVs and all, don't they? I think. Brilliant. Please wait for the train to arrive. Well, it has arrived, and let's just note this is our one. Right, we're going all the way to the other end where the 112 is, and then it's already changed to Lübeck already. Let's run along here. And also, one thing, realistically, if we can even get on, that would be nice. Can you, I suppose you can walk through here. No, that's a silly question. I thought you might not be able to walk through here as it's sort of very sort of small and, yeah, quite cramped. I'm guessing you can walk through there though. Anyway, let's head to the front. Here we are, the 112. Let's get into here. We got all the PZB on and CFA and whatnot. Let's quickly pop them on now because it won't actually tell us to be doing this. CFA and PZB. Sit in the driver's seat. What next? Lock the doors. That was pretty quick. Are we already ready to go or? No. Set the train brake to on. There we go. Set the reverse to forward. See, German trains literally have, I almost say they're so sort of the mainline locos. They're all really similar to set up. Like, very similar. I don't know why it doesn't want us to put the headlights on. So I remember when the route first came out, obviously back on Thursday, I didn't actually do the tutorial because they were all so similar to each other, which I sort of like. Right, bad old slow, 38 kilometres, so we've got a fair way to go. I'll keep the HUD on as it is a scenario. But yeah, hopefully everyone's having a good day. Obviously if you're enjoying the video so far, do leave a thumbs up, it will just help out. Look at that though, coming out of there. Brilliant. And off we go. Let's acknowledge that. We've got the 1000 hertz as well. So yeah, it says 40 minutes this scenario, although it'll probably be, what, 45, maybe even 50 minutes. It does take a bit longer than it does say. Lovely. Yeah, safer. Better safer to wake you up in the morning. Lovely. Yeah, I always love sort of coming out of Hamburg, sort of, you know, it's all the tracks sort of going over and under each other. You've got the S-Bahn lines here. I mean, I know, it's similar to Munich's Augsburg, but it just looks better going sort of out of Hamburg. It's brilliant. I have to acknowledge the signal. And a bit of C4 as well. There you go, have some of that. I mean, look at this, that's awesome coming out of here. Although, hang on a second. What is this building here? It's like there was an old building and they basically just built into it or over it. That's an odd looking building. Okay. Right, the 1000 hertz will go off soon. And we will be able to go up to 60 kilometers an hour. So this bit's one of my favourite bits, sort of coming around this corner here, because after this corner it's sort of the sort of mainline bit up to where everything sort of turns off and you head on to basically just the the two track line. And obviously brilliant in future as well if we ever do get some sort of Hamburg S-Bahn. If we then get layers onto here as well and we can see all the S-Bahn trains sort of whizzing by as well. Brilliant. Right, let's acknowledge that. And 1000 hertz is gone. Let's get the speed up. And it goes up to, I think, 100 soon enough. Let's get the instrument lights on as well. That noise. There you go. Let's get that on. I can hear the brakes on. Have I still got the brakes on? Yeah, I still had the brakes on. I'm surprised the train actually got power. It's usually when you have the brakes on, it doesn't really do anything. Yeah, Seafer. Right, we've got a 100 limit here, so we'll get that up in a second. And obviously, yeah, if you haven't seen already, if you obviously check the playlist out, I have done a video where it's HUDless, so like this, the whole way in the 101, which basically is non-stop the whole way. Obviously, if you do want to see the route basically exactly how it is, or even in 5 minutes, I've done the time lapse as well. Do go and check those videos out. If you're thinking about buying it and you want to see what the route's like, either completely HUDless, clean, you get everything you get to see, or really quickly in 5 minutes. Do go and check those videos out. Yeah, I just love the transition between sort of urban, because at the moment obviously we're basically in the middle of the city still. Give us 5 minutes and we'll be in the countryside. I love the transition between those two. Obviously then you've got all the little towns and whatnot. It's brilliant. Right, I think the speed actually goes up to 140 next, I think, after... Wait, what's the station called again? I always forget. I think this is Hasselbrook. I think this is Hasselbrook. Please say I'm right. Am I right? Yes, I got it right, Hasselbrook. For some reason, I always wanted to call it Haspelmoor. Obviously, Haspelmoor is the one on the Arosa line, which is the passing loop near Arosa. Now, that one's Hasselbrook. The next one is Hamburg Wandsbek. Hopefully, I'm right there as well. Which is literally only 900 meters up. You can already see it, actually. It's not far. And obviously, yeah, you've got, what's it called? Ravensburg sort. That's down there. Obviously, a little bit of stretch the track. Quite cool down there. It's awesome. Oh. Right, so this is Hamburg Wandsbek. And then after this, it's Hamburg Tondorf, I think. And going through here, we can actually get the speed up to 120 now. And it's up to 140 fairly soon. It's a nice journey. Obviously, we've got 20 minutes until we arrive at Bad Oldersloe, so we've got a fair distance to go. Obviously, this is like the main stretch. Once you get past Bad Oldersloe, it isn't really that far. It's about 20 kilometres to Lübeck. Got a regional express here coming in. A regional barn service. It's a very long one. And here's the 140. So let's get up. So it's around 70, 80 miles an hour. So fairly quick. Let's get that up. And that's slowly going up. Yeah, so how is everyone finding Hamburg to Lübeck? Because I do mention this in basically every video I've done on Hamburg to Lübeck. But yeah, how are you finding it? Is it one of your top German routes? Is it sort of not really met your expectations? What do you think of Hamburg to Lübeck? And also, what is your favourite train to drive on it? Obviously, you've got the MRC G something confusing name, or simply just the MRC 182. And obviously, you've then got the DBBR 112. What do you prefer? Obviously, if you have layers, maybe it's the 101. The 146. What do you prefer? Well, I believe this is Hamburg Tondorf. There you go, through there. It goes up to, no, it is 140, quite a lot of the way now. And the next stop, I believe, is Hamburg Rausted. I'm slowly learning the stations, slowly. Lovely. I think Hamburg Rousted's coming up. I think. So I don't know if in this scenario there's some interesting signalling, because I've heard a couple of people have actually had a spad on this scenario. So I don't know if there is some sort of tricky signalling up ahead or something, but I'll be looking forward to if there is. It's a bit like when we were doing the DBBR 101 service. The amount of yellows and reds you get, oh, it's brilliant. It sounds weird saying that, getting red lights and yellow lights is a good thing. It is brilliant. Obviously, if you want to learn PZB, it's a great route, especially if you're in the 101. So I probably do prefer journeys where you do get yellow signals, red signals. It just makes everything a bit more interesting. As on sort of the routes we have so far, obviously this one, you know, we're getting yellows and reds. Obviously same for rush hour, we're going to be getting yellows and reds on there as well. Obviously, yeah, on the routes we have sort of, we'll say main Spessartbahn, for example, you don't really get yellows or reds. You're sort of straight through green. You might get, say, yellow at a station, but apart from that, it's basically just a clean through run, all green. And obviously, if there were, say, yellows and reds on there, you'd be like, hang on, why is there a yellow or red? The train could simply go on that track there and just go around us. So why have they routed it that way? So that's why I'm looking also forward to Riesa to Dresden, which is going to be a very busy route. And they have said there's going to be yellows, reds. It's going to be brilliant. And obviously, all the tracks will be busy. So you can't be like, oh, why can't we just get routed round there? 24 kilometres now to Bad Oldesloe. I would say this is sort of the a bit I don't know, chilled out part of the route. Sort of not really much going on. It's about 140 the whole way. It's nice and chill. What's the next station? I've got a feeling it's Arensberg, which I think is 9 kilometres from Rausted to the last station. So we're probably almost there. But yeah, this is sort of the, you know, easy section. 140 the whole way. Not really any sort of warning boards. It's nice and chill. Yeah, really looking forward to the sort of next German routes coming out. Obviously, we're in a visa to Dresden at the moment, but German route's definitely my favourite. As you're always sort of on your toes, always looking out for CIFA, PZB. It's yeah, brilliant. Right, 20 kilometres to Bad Oldesloe, so we're almost halfway now from Hamburg. Little village here coming up. Awesome. Twenty kilometres. So once we get to what, 19 kilometres, we'll be halfway. So I think it was 38 kilometres, wasn't it, at the start? Right, Arensberg's coming up now. It's actually just round this corner, I believe. Fairly big station as well. And I believe we do get a warning board for, I think it's a 130 as we come through here. What's this? 130, I believe. Yeah, 130, so we'll bring that down. It's not for long, it basically is just for going through the station. And it goes back up to 140 very soon after. Right, this is Arensberg. Obviously, quite a lot of services do actually terminate here in the peak hours. Obviously coming out of Hamburg. It's quite a nice journey. There's the 130, and just round the corner should be the 140, and then in a minute it actually goes up to 160. The speed changes quite a bit in these sort of next few 100 metres. That train stopped there. I suppose I was waiting for us to go by. Yeah, baby, there's the 160 board coming up now, I believe. So this is the fastest stretch of track on the route, this bit. You can't get any faster than this. And it doesn't last long. It only lasts up to, what's the next stop? Next up is Arensberg Gartenholz. I actually said that right that time. No, and then the one after that is Bargterheide, I believe. And then once we get there, it goes back down to, say, 90 and then back to 140. So we get a few kilometres of 160, which is always nice. So this is obviously 100 miles an hour. Nice and quick. I mean, on this route, there is quite a few sections which you would think that should be 100 miles an hour. Like on the bit up from Hamburg Railstead, that was fairly sort of straight or had a tiny bit of a curve to it. You'd think it would be quite fast through there. Right, and I have got to watch out for the 90 speed board because in this train, it's not the best at slowing down. So you sort of want to slow down quite a bit earlier. So we might get a PZB issue, but I mean, that's normal, it's fine. So yeah, we got to look out for that 90. As that will get us. Because the brakes aren't that amazing on here. I see something coming up now, so what I'm going to do, I don't know if that is the actual warning board. That does look like a warning board. Start popping on the brakes now, full service. We made probably the correct judgment there. There it is. So you want to bring that down quite a bit before, otherwise you won't make it. I mean, in some trains you'll make it fine, so the 101. The brakes in that are pretty good, but in this one, the brakes aren't the best. Especially with all those coaches behind. So always bring down the speed much quicker. Not the force selector, I don't know what happened in does. Set that to 100. I'm so used to the AFB being sort of a separate stick. That's what happened there. C30, yeah, I know. Right, so this is Bargterheide. There's the 90 limit. And then it basically goes up to 110 already, so very small 90 limit. And we can actually release ourselves now from PZB monitoring. And let's get back up to 110. And just after this goes back up to 140, I believe. The station where I think some trains terminate here. I think it was what, 2 an hour will come here. It's 2 an hour peak time to Arensberg, 2 an hour to Bargterheide, and 2 an hour to Bad Oldesloe. It's a nice mix of services on here. Round it should go back up. So it's arrive there in 10 minutes. I think we'll probably get there in less than 10 minutes. 11 kilometres in 9 minutes. That's pretty easy going. Yeah, we'll probably arrive there, I'm going to say 34. So a couple of minutes early. And now we're stopping at Rheinfeld, actually. Yeah, we are stopping at Rheinfeld at 45. See, this bit here should be 160. It literally is a straight line up to Bad Oldesloe. Well, I think at least it is, because you get the station, what is it? It's like Quillamul or something like that. Which is literally just an overgrown station that's got grass on half the platform. I think it's, yeah, Quillamul or something like that. Quillamul, something, we'll see it. Quillamul. No, I think it's that, Quillamul. 8.6 kilometres. Lovely. .8. Yeah, I'm coming up to Quillamwood, I believe it is. And you'll see what I mean by overgrown. Just look at the platforms here. Well, I think it's coming up. Should be. No, there it is there. It's very sort of small, desolate station. Not much here. Going through here. Awesome. Don't know why the headlights are on at the back. I did not notice that, but yeah, the headlights seem to be on. Obviously, the previous driver forgot to turn them off. Has anyone actually ever seen that? Have you ever seen a train with its headlights on at the back? On obviously on by accident in real life. Have you ever seen that? 4.8 kilometres. Might be long until we're there, and it's still got 7 minutes to get there. It's not going to be taking us that long. Not at all. $14.30. 3.5 kilometres. Bringing it down soon. We'll sort of slowing down at about 1.5. Just bring us down nicely. .1. Still got 6 minutes to get there, so I think what I'll do once we do get there, I'll do some sort of time, well, not a time lapse, but I'll transition to when we actually get to 36. Right, let's get that down. So I'll get the brakes on. Sort of the run up now to the station. Yeah, Seafer. I'll enter the platform around 50, it's just an island platform here. And here we are. Let's Seafer again. And here we are. I think it's probably right to the end here. I'm arriving 4 minutes early. Even in service mode, you don't arrive that early. Train, stop braking. I have to get that on a tad. And here we are. Brakes on, slam them on. And we made it to Bad Alderslow a few minutes early. So what I'll do is we'll get the doors open. I shall see you all in a second. 36 past, so let's get the doors shut and let's get going. The next station stop being Rheinfeld. So get a bit of that. Doors are locking. Start releasing the brakes, which shouldn't take too long. Let's set that back up to 140, and well, let's get going. Off we go. Honestly, whilst I was sort of there at the station, I was thinking one thing. On this route, there's not actually any tunnels. There's no tunnels, and there's not really any sort of big sort of infrastructure, say like viaducts, or it's quite a sort of a flat sort of route, which I mean is awesome. But I mean, yeah, I was just thinking there's no tunnels or no sort of big bridges. Bit of a random thing to say, but you know. And if you are watching this far into the video, what could you put into the comment section? Put force. I know, force selector or something like that. Put that into the comment section. Just so we did have a little fiddle of that, didn't we, by accident? Just for bad old slow. Yeah, put force selector in. People will probably be thinking what they on about, but still. Well, it's not too far to the next stop from here. Yeah, see far. Lovely. Speed is going up quite nicely. So it's arriving in 6 minutes, which we'll probably get there early again, as I don't think 6 kilometres is going to take 6 minutes. The kilometre is fairly small. I mean, look how fast it ticks down. Emergency brake. Let's have a little look at what we can actually find in the cab, because I mean, I haven't actually had like a proper look at the cab, because I mean, it's fairly similar to the 112, so I just thought it'd probably do the same sort of stuff as that. What's this up here? LZB. Oh, okay. I never realised LZB was up there. Like, we're gonna get that on. Oh, LZB is on the 112. And it's sort of, I suppose that's in the middle there, so it would make sense. Well, now we know. A little exploration of the cab, and we can find out we can do that. Brilliant. Why is there so many PZB acknowledgings in here? So there's one there, isn't there? One there. Where's the other PZB acknowledging? So one on there? Usually one on there. Yeah, PZB here. Then you got one up there as well, and one over there. You're lucky for choice. We are going down a fairly steep downhill grading at the moment, so we are getting a bit of speed. 2.2 kilometers. Lovely. Right, I'm gonna start coasting that now. We'll get the brakes on. No, not that. Q there. Full service. Lovely. Right, brakes are coming on as we come into Rheinfeld. Lovely. See, I think out of all my memory now, I reckon I could actually name all the stations on the route without having to look at a map or anything. Let's give it a go. So, you got Hamburg, Hauptbahnhof, and you got no, wait, yes, no, yes. Hamburg, Hasselbrook, no, Hamburg, Hauptbahnhof, then Hasselbrook, then Hamburg, oh god, no. Hamburg, Wandsbek, then Hamburg, Tondorf, and then Hamburg, Rausted, Ahrensburg, Gartenholz, Bargteheide, and then it was Kieferlümmel. Oh, we stopped a bit early there, and then it's Bad Oldesloe, and then Rheinfeld, and then Lübeck. I think that's all the stations. I think there's a fair few on here. So as you can see, obviously we're up here now. Obviously Lübeck's just there, so it's not actually that far now. I think actually from here it's about 20 kilometres actually over to Lübeck. I think. No, that's Bad Oldesloe to Lübeck. So from here it's about 12. You got any trains moving about down there? Oh, I've got one here going off. What's that then? That's one of the Dustos we saw. Cool. So what one's the highest speed line then? 'Cause obviously you've got the highest speed line coming out of Hamburg, don't you? Is it down that way or down that way? I don't know. I've got a few minutes again, so I'll see you all in a second. To the designated time, so let's get the doors shut. See them closing now. Release the brakes. And well, let's get going. So it should be 12 kilometers to Lubeck. So we'll say 15 minutes until we get there. Let's set that to 140, and let's get going. And we're off. Right, speed is getting up. Yeah, and obviously, if you have just joined us, we are just completing the new to the area scenario. It's basically a service between Hamburg and Lübeck, and so far it's been brilliant. It's not too far now until Lübeck. I think the speed basically is 140 the whole way until we get to the 90, which is just outside of Lübeck. Yeah, safer. So this part of the route's alright, this is quite a scenic bit. Eleven kilometres. So we're going uphill at the moment. It's a 1 in 333. That's not too steep up here. Yes, again, safer. We already heard you. Let's get the window. Let's get some air in here. Fine as well there. Oh, did I close the cab door? Yeah, because I got out the platform at Rheinfeld in that time. I completely forgot. Well, I don't know. I completely forgot whether I closed it or not. That would have been interesting. So sort of on the straight bit now, almost up to Lübeck. You sort of come on this bit here, which really, it feels like it should be a triangle here, going across, but it's not. Yes, there we go. Yeah, it's lovely, the 112. What's that say on there? I don't know what that says. So I wonder what's on this screen. I think this one here's the Ebola, I believe it is. It's like the one that basically tells you where you're stopping and, you know, what your times are. And I suppose this one here is the radio. You got your phone there as well. What's that there? Oh no, there's nothing. Cab light, no, put that on. So, use the cab light. Lovely. C for reset. Program. Well, we won't mess around with any of that stuff. But we end up screwing up the train. Awesome. That looks brilliant. 7.4, it's come down proper quick now. Yeah, lovely part of the route. What is everyone's favourite part of the route as we're sort of talking about scenery? What bit is your favourite? Do you prefer sort of Hamburg to Bad Oldesloe or Bad Oldesloe to Lübeck? What's your favourite? 6 kilometers. Yes. They should get a warning board soon for a 90. I think that's in the next couple of kilometres. So I have to bring that down fairly quick. You can see we're not far. Doesn't take long on this straight. Right, let's bring that down. $90. We've got 1000 Hertz magnets, everything gets a bit more serious. Let's bring that down as quick as we can. There you go, just about in time. Right, 1000 Hertz is gone, so let's clear that. Now on the approach into Lübeck. Lovely. It's a 90 round here. On our final approach. Yes, there we go. We've got one for a 60. Start bringing that down. Two 2.7 kilometers. Acknowledge that. We've got another warning, but I think this one's for an 80 actually, which I don't think, no, we probably will have to acknowledge it. Let's acknowledge that. Don't think it is completely necessary, but we do it anyway. Now we've got a warning for a 60. It's already going that, so that's fine. Well, I feel like I come down to 60 way too fast. But, I mean, better safe than sorry. Bring it down again. That down again. Coming up, this is Lübeck Yard and Lübeck Depot. Which you can actually go in that one over there, which is quite cool. I haven't actually done that yet, but it's pretty cool. Bringing the speed right down. And we probably likely will get we'll probably get an emergency stop in Lübeck, because at the moment, unfortunately, there is a problem with the 500 Hertz magnets. So if we do an emergency stop there, there's not much we can do about it. You'll see what I mean. Yeah, what platform we coming in on? Yeah, probably get an emergency stop, but there's not much we can do. Because I can't really turn off PZB in the corridor from here. But I don't think there's any camera angle. If there is, that'd be brilliant. Is there a camera angle? No, there's not. Quite a cool station, Lübeck. This bridge here reminds me of the one on Russia Nord. It's quite similar, I believe, just outside of Hagen Station. Going across the railway. And here we are, Lübeck Station. We made it. That was probably more than 40 minutes. But we got there in the end. Right, this magnet here, we're going to get an emergency stop. Wait for it. And now. No. What? We haven't got one. Usually you get one. Well, any second now, we'll surely be getting one. Remember on the 101 service we got it. Okay, that's a bit odd. Usually you would have got stopped by now. Maybe this is as this is a scenario. Maybe it works a bit differently. But oh, interesting. Nope, past the mark. That's all good. Here we are. And this is Lübeck Hauptbahnhof. We made it. Set the key, brake key to off. Yeah, you can do a bit of that. Force selector to 0. What else? Set the reverser to neutral. Set the switch off to instrument lights. No, off. Leave the train. Oh, there we go. That's that. Brilliant. Well, that does conclude today's video. Obviously completing the new to the area scenario on the Hamburg to Lübeck route on TSW2. Hopefully everyone has enjoyed it. Obviously you will find a link in the description to the Discord server and to the PayPal if you do want to help support the channel, and also to the merch store. You'll see every bit of merch on screen now. Hopefully everyone did enjoy that, but that is going to be it from me. Thanks all for coming in, and I hopefully will see you in the next one. See you all and take care. Bye guys.